Hey, it's Moulage. We're not talking about masks today. We're talking about socket wrenches. So, this video will not contain gas masks. Sorry. Maybe next time. But we are talking about some very interesting socket wrenches as these were made in the Soviet Union. Now, I was having a discussion earlier today with a friend on Tumblr about how, despite metric being a very good system and a very useful system, it has its limitations, namely that if you buy a socket wrench, you still have to buy them in quarter inch, 3/8, 1/2, etc., sizes because we won and Imperial's better. That is almost universal in that I have Czechoslovakian wrenches, I have some German wrenches. I can go anywhere in the world with this wrench and I can ask someone for a 10 mil socket, and I'm pretty sure that there's a way I can get it to fit on this wrench if it's not natively half-inch drive. I have adapters, whatever, all of that is an Imperial. That is the modern standard, and that is what we use. There's one exception to this, which is what I'm about to show you. Now, I have two sets here of Soviet socket wrenches. I bought these a couple of years ago. I cannot remember how much I paid. I'm pretty sure I got them off eBay. I don't really know when these were made. I don't really know where they were made, but they're definitely Soviet. So be it as it may. There's markings on the case lids. On this bottom one here, you have some form of logo, and then you have NK3. I assume it's a 3 instead of a Z because there's a hyphen here. I could be wrong. This top one, all you have is a H and a diamond. Let's get into the bottom kit first. It's a little bit smaller, a little bit easier to go over. Pretty nice metal case, nice green crackle finish on it. Hinges are good. Latch system is pretty neat. You got this handle, slide it over, and it sits like that. And this little tab here keeps it so that when you're holding it like this, the handle can't slide and the damn thing can't pop open on you and spill your crap all over the floor. Pop her open. Very, very basic socket set. Pretty well made though. I'm pretty happy with it. You've got all the way from a 10 mil up to a 30 mil. You've got this nice mini breaker bar, I guess you could call it. Got a ball detent system in it. Nice good click, set your angle. Then you've got sliding T-handle proper. That also works pretty well. I think it's pretty nice. It's got a good length to it, got a good weight to it. And you can take these two and combine them if you really need to. So that's pretty neat. Nice little toolkit, nothing fancy, but I think it's pretty nice. Little piece of foam in here someone threw in to keep the sockets from sloshing around. Probably isn't original. A nice piece of plastic down here to keep everything organized. I really hate it when toolkits just have you throw everything in a metal box. It sounds like shit. It's unprofessional. Next up is the big boy. We've got our H on the lid. Matte red finish to it. This thing's had the tar beat out of it. The latch system doesn't work all that great on this one. You can see here, that's about as far as it goes because these two catch together, they do not play well. So I can't show you that system. It's the same thing. You've got your little hook here that's supposed to stop it from flipping open. Get into the inside. That's why I wasn't closing all the way, but it doesn't close all the way even when everything's in place. You've got price tag up here properly, probably. And in this kit, you have size 12 all the way to size 32. Again, in metric. You've got two extensions, a universal jointless spring on it. That's a thing you see on older tools sometimes. I think it's a pretty good feature. Another breaker bar, or sliding T-handle, sorry. It's kind of both. It's pretty large. This, which is nice. Nice flat head, very useful for breaking certain things open. You've got a speeder bar, which I love. I love speeder bars. If you hate speeder bars, please just don't talk to me. They're really cool. And a plastic handle, not phenolic resin, definitely not Bakelite, just some relatively normal plastic. Nice blown insert, a little bit warped. Shit happens. This thing's old. Then you have your actual uh, socket or ratcheting socket wrench here, which is what you really want. It says chrome or chrome vanadium. That's really worn down over the years. This thing looks more like it's zinced than anything. All the tools in here have the H diamond logo on them again. And then down here, you have a screw holding a spring that's holding a tooth that bites into the teeth on the ratchet. Now, this only goes one way. But if you need it to go the other way, which you do, socket wrenches go both ways. Even torque wrenches do that, which is bad because people ruin them sometimes. So the lube oil purifiers do have a left-handed bolt holding the thing on the Jesus nut. So you need that to be, you need the torque wrench to go both ways is what I'm saying. All good socket wrenches, even torque wrenches, go both ways. This one is no exception. Damn it. But this little bit here, the actual socket connection point, slides back and forth. It's got a ball detent on both sides. You can position it wherever you need to get the thing done. This is a very neat tool set, and I like it a lot. There is one issue with it, which is, as you can probably guess from the intro to this video, it's wrong. In that, this tool set, I can take any one of these. I can take my bog standard American Craftsman made in China socket wrench. I can take this. They get along just fine. Conversely, I can take my standard American Chinese made socket, Soviet wrench, and they're friends. It's just like mirror all over again. Everything's fine. Then you get to this. You take this. You take this. They're kind of friends. It's a little bit loose. You take this. Take this. And they will not seat together because this is larger. You probably saw that coming, but I need to over-explain things. So, not compatible at all. Now, the next question you may ask is, well, Moulage, this is 1/2 inch. So, if this is larger than that, it's probably like 15 or something. You know, a relatively round number that we can work with. Something memorable. It's honestly surprising this isn't 1 centimeter. I feel like 1 centimeter would be a perfect drive. You could do like 1 centimeter and then 5 and then maybe 2. I don't know. You could scale that up and down. But no. This is actually about around or about 12 centimeters for some reason. I really don't understand that. But it is what it is. I don't know a lot about Soviet tools. This is really the most of my exposure to them, so I'm not super up to date on how they work or the decisions made. The tools are not a political thing. Tools should just function properly and do their job. But choices were made, and this is its own weird scale. There's probably a lot more toolkits like this. I would be extremely surprised if this is a one-off where the entire kit is out of spec but works well with itself. That would be bizarre. But I've looked at all the different components in here and I've tried them together. Everything in here works perfectly fine. It's just when you try to get cross-compatible between these two. So I don't really know. And it's even stranger because, as you probably guessed, this is in the Latin alphabet. This is not Cyrillic, which means this was made for export, at least for a country outside of Russia, if not outside of the Soviet Union and the Warsaw Pact, which makes it stranger because you think that would be the one that needs to be compatible with Western tools. But I don't know. There could be an entirely separate older tool system that I'm not familiar with, and I'm missing something here. I really do not know, but I thought this was interesting enough to make a video on it. If you know anything more, feel free to mention in the comments. If I'm completely missing something, please definitely mention it in the comments. But otherwise, that's really all I've got for today. I really appreciate you watching and hope you have a good day.